Hello and welcome. We're glad to have you join us today on this great presentation about a door we're very excited about, the QuietSwing Alexis Door with noise barriers. My name is Kevan Mann, and I am the regional sales manager for noise barriers. I come from a heavy background of testing and certification of building products, specifically in acoustics and other areas as well. With me today is Ari Lesser.
Hey everybody, I'm Ari Lesser. I work for a company called BFI Acoustics. We are the manufacturer's representatives here in the Baltimore and DC markets for noise barriers. My background is in acoustical consulting. I work for one of the largest acoustical consulting firms in the world for about 10 years, both in the New York City market and down here in DC.
Yeah, so we want to kind of take a deep dive into what's so great about this product. At one point, we did actually have a soft launch of the Alexis Door, and because of that, there's actually quite a few doors out in the field you can go and check out, and they look excellent. And we just want to talk about some of the features of why this door is so great, because now this is kind of our official launch of the product, and we have some great features and some new engineering that we've done with the product to make it extra great for use. So we're going to talk about how this is the next generation of noise barriers doors. It's a flawless visual profile. You can kind of see in this picture here, and with the patented concealed hinge design, very, very unique feature when you're talking about an acoustic door and doors in general. So I want to kind of talk through some of these different sections here about the Alexis Door and what kind of sets it apart. So the first part that we're going to dive into is the hinge design. We already kind of mentioned concealed hinges. We have the perimeters and bottom seal. So we're going to dive into what makes those special for the acoustic seal sets. We have the door leaf. We're going to talk about the thin profile that the door has. The number 5, the fully assembled and ease of installation. Always a great thing for contractors when installing. And the concealed closer option is a very unique option for our doors as well. We have glazing options for the doors. We get asked about that a lot as well. And then just kind of dive into the performance a little bit more as well when we get there for the acoustical.
So as you saw on the first picture, the most noticeable change from this door or from our typical QuietSwing door to the Alexis door is this concealed hinge design. This is not a cam lift hinge. This is a level swing door. That means the door functions in one plane. It's 3-axis adjustable. That means you can adjust it as need for ease of operation. It's tested to 500,000 cycles. That low coefficient of friction allows the door to be opened smoothly, and any sort of the operation doesn't pierce any of the perimeter seals. Again, just that clean look on the pull side of the door is really where this door shines. And additionally, because the hinges are concealed in high security environments, there's no access to the hinge, so nobody can go and mess with the hinges because they're integral to the door itself.
Definitely a useful feature. So the single high density low durometer perimeter seals talk about the flange and the anti-resonance chamber design. It's a target absorption filter between 400 hertz and 2 kilohertz. So we kind of cover that low, mid to low frequencies, or to mid frequencies. It's the composite extruded low durometer custom seal and a non-magnetic low opening force, which is definitely a good feature in order to not be difficult to open this door.
The bottom seal. So as I discussed before regarding the level swing hinges and a level swing door, the bottom seal is no longer a compression seal used with a cam lift hinge. Because of this, the seal has to be able to operate and articulate in the X, Y, and Z axes as the door is closing into the threshold. For this to perform acoustically, we have to maintain constant pressure at all time through that threshold. Because of the low durometer polymer of this bottom seal and its ability to articulate in these axes allows us to maintain that pressure and maintain that acoustical performance along this bottom seal, which is notoriously the area where you see most leakage in terms of the installation of the doors. The door leaf as well, again, Kevin mentioned this. This is a 1 3/4 inch door. So substantially different than our typical STC 50 and up doors, which vary from 2.5 inch thick thick doors to 3.5-inch thick doors. It's 20% lighter than our current doors. That polymer core really helps improve that acoustical performance and get it where it needs to be. And honestly, one of my favorite things is, again, it's standard hardware friendly. Most of the doors on a job are going to be 1 3/4 inches. And so the ability to kind of use that larger pool of hardware really kind of makes this a home run for specifiers.
Definitely, and that can be more economical choice as well when you're talking about the hardware for a thinner profile door as well. So that's definitely a nice feature. So also, this product ships fully assembled. All of our noise barriers doors are fully assembled. The thing that sets the Alexis door apart is that the threshold and closer will also be fully installed. So this just literally pops into the opening and it's good to go. So the ease of installation is definitely a positive.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge. I mean, it comes in the crate. We get it off the crate up to where the opening is going. We split the male and the female portion of the door itself. The female literally just gets right inside it, inserted into the rough opening there. The male end clamps onto the other side. And I mean, really, we've installed this in about 30 minutes, which saves a lot of time on the job site, especially if you have a lot of these doors going in on a project. Time is money.
Absolutely. So the concealed closer is a great feature. Most of our doors, if you want to have a closer, it has to be a surface mounted closer. And they can be unsightly sometimes. You don't always want to have that closer showing at the top. So the thing with this product is you can add a concealed closer to the Alexis door, and it essentially replaces the middle hinge of the 3 hinges for the Alexis door. And when it's a concealed closer like that, it still has the option to hold open the door up to the 125 degrees for the max opening. And it's fully adjustable. And then it's concealed. There's no exterior presence at all. So when you're looking at the door, it looks like a very smooth profile door, as the Alexis door does in general.
Another one of the really aesthetic showpiece as far as this door is when you use it with a factory installed glazing option. We can do it with a full vision light, a narrow light, a half light, you name it, we can do it. The acoustical performance is still guaranteed with the door. Our engineering team and the design team over at the factory make sure that the airspace, the glass type, and all that fun is designed and specified such that the specified acoustical performance is maintained through the opening.
We do get asked about that quite a bit, so I'm glad you clarified. And then the last thing we want to show today is just the performance of the product. The fact that this is an 1 3/4 door and you're getting an STC 51 is an excellent performance as well. So this is definitely specified quite a bit with that, the fact that it's just such a thin profile door. It looks great, and it also has the acoustical performance needed. It's also been field tested to an NIC 47. So we do have that field test value as well. So we can see how high performing this can be. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today. We do have our contact information here. If you have any additional questions, feel free to drop us a line, send us a message. But we do appreciate you joining us to learn more about the Alexis door today.
Yeah, if I were to have 30 seconds as far as why this door is so great. So like why specifiers might love this door. That uniform aesthetic, that high performance tested in the field and in the lab. It's not as industrial looking. Why contractors love it, it's easy to install. And so just some major highlights, and I think a major win for noise barriers with this door.
Excellent. Thanks again for joining us.